It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Oh my god, what's up, VJ fam? How you doing? Welcome back to the channel. And if you see this beautiful, gorgeous woman on your screen, you know what? It's about to go down. And today, guys, I have a very, very inspiring story time. And before that, of course, let us welcome our newbies. So if you're new here, welcome to this channel. This channel is about happiness, good vibes, awesome vibes, energetic vibes. As you can tell, I'm a bit composed because today we are going serious, kidogo. If you're my day one baby, as usual, I'm going to give you some loving, 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 loving. Ooh. Oh my god, thank you guys so much for choosing this channel. Thank you for choosing me to entertain you. Thank you for choosing this channel to be, that channel. Because I need to like switch off something for this for you guys. Before that, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna come back in a different hat, and let's do that.
Tell me you don't want to marry me. Tell me you just don't want to marry me. Tell me you're looking at me like this and you're like, I don't want to marry that girl. Tell me you don't want to marry me because I don't look hot. Tell me I do not look hot. Tell me I do not look hot. Baka heat. See, your girl is trying. By the way, your girl is really, really trying. Because, man, it's been a roller coaster. Okay, tell me that you don't want to marry me. Tell me. Oh my god. I like singles, guys. I really like singles because it gives me a sense of myself. Like, I'm feeling myself. Yeah, you guys will say, you're not single, it's a lie. I see your problem. If I say I am, then I am. If I say I'm taken, then I'm taken. You don't know my life. Just the no case, no face, no face, no case. The evidence of presence is not the presence of evidence. I don't know what the hell that is, but you guys get it. I know you get it.
Guys, let's dive right into this story. Have I forgotten to say anything? I don't think so. So let's dive right into the story. And so, guys, this is a bit serious, kidogo. I'm gonna go a bit serious, kidogo, because Okay, guys, I'm gonna take some nice photos in this house because I'm feeling myself. Anyway, so wow. This is not a bapping story. Why am I already bapping on this story? It's a serious story. So guys, I'm gonna give a story about my friend and I. A few years ago, I wanted to inspire someone this Christmas because I know Christmas is not a happy moment for everyone. There's some of us who are not going through the best times. There's some of us who are not like really in the mood of celebrating because maybe our family members are not okay, maybe we are not okay financially, maybe we are going through a lot, maybe we are sick, maybe I don't know, someone would just be going through something. And so I decided to give this story just to inspire somebody because I know that times can be hard, and I know that sometimes I just come on this channel and I make you guys feel happy and I make you guys feel energetic, and that is one of the main reasons that I do this, because I want to make people happy. My joy is to see others happy. My joy is to see others laughing. And the moment you guys comment and tell me that I make your days, it makes me feel good because I know that someone may be going through a lot, but the moment they see a video from Brenda Jones and they laugh about it, it makes them feel better. And that is why I'm here, guys, to make you feel better. So today you can tell I'm a bit composed, I'm a bit chilled, and so I'm gonna give you guys a very inspiring story. So I'm gonna tell you, when did this start? I've ever given you guys a story about how I began acting and everything? I don't know, but I will give that story very soon. I'm really feeling cute. I'm really feeling cute. I'm looking for a wife, guys. Please pray for me. The Santa drops a wife on my face. Anyway, I'm just kidding. I'm not kidding. I'm serious. Yeah. Anyway, so guys, I began acting at a very young age, and then I left home, I think the first time when I was 19, and then I'm gonna give you guys these stories into details, but I want to focus on this one main story that's gonna inspire you today. So I moved out of home at first when I was 19, then I went back home, millennial shit. Then I went back home, then I moved out again when I think I was 21. So I was in Suna Journey around I think it was around Suna Journey time. I don't know. 2018, 2017, around there. So I've just been paid from Suna Journey. I won't give details of why I had left home, but of course, like in every homestead, there's always some kukosana na mzazi or something, like you and your parents are fighting, you and your guardian are fighting here and there. And I felt like it's time that I move out and just go live on my own. And so when I got my salary from Sunajoni, it was some good money that I had never earned before in my life. So that was some good money. So when I got that money, I decided to move out. And my friend was living in Kahawa and Dani at the time. That's why I remember guys laughing last time when I was saying Kahawa and Dani has the stories of my life. This is why. So my friend was living in Kahawa and Dani. And so before I could find a house for myself, I decided to go and stay with her for a while. So before, when we were going to stay with her, I got my salary. Then, unfortunately, when we were going out, one time we were going out, and then we met someone who, like, you know, these guys who just say hi to you like this, and then you forget everything, you give them all your money and everything. I actually had that. I experienced that, guys. This guy just said hi to me, and then I don't remember. I was whammied, guys. I was whammied. Like, after that, I don't remember anything else. I just remember sending him all my money, giving him all my money. My friends lost their phones, and I don't know what happened. He just said hi to us. I don't know how he even knew my name, because he just called me Brenda, and I was like, maybe someone who knows me. He was like, hey, can I say hi to you guys? And he was like, to come salimia. And after that, you don't remember shit. So I've stayed with my friend for a few days. My friend was living with her cousin. So I'm not going to I'm not going to say who my friend is. Not because there's anything wrong. There's nothing wrong. She's really an amazing person. Even today, she's still my friend until date. She was actually my best friend that time. She was my best friend that time. We had been best friends since Form 1. So I'm going to call her... I'm going to have her beautiful name. We're going to call her... I'm going to call her Vanilla. Yeah, let's call her Vanilla. So Vanilla and I... No, actually, I'm the vanilla here. She's the chocolate. But let's just call her Vanilla, because she's dark and I'm light. So anyway, that's a stupid joke. I'm mature. Anyway, so Vanilla was living with her cousin. And so let me tell you something. One thing that at a moment, let me tell you, you can be living with someone and they actually tell you to go. But it's not, let me tell you something. It's not because because they hate you. I don't think it's because people hate you. Sometimes life is hard. Let me tell you, this Nairobi, life is really, really hard. People don't just move in with you and they treat you and they give you food and they give you accommodation. And at this point, I've lost all my money. I have nothing. I have no job. I have no source of income. So when my friend's cousin, when Vanilla's cousin said, okay, we can't host Brenda anymore, at that point I felt, kwani hawanitaki, kwani? But deep down I understood, because it wasn't that easy. Because you see, she's hustling. I think the cousin used to be like was a salonist and a shukanywele. That doesn't like earn so much money, you know. Vanilla, on the other hand, I don't think that time she had a job. She didn't have a job. No, she didn't have a job. So you see, we were trying to make ends meet, like all of us. And so when the cousin was like, we can't host Brenda anymore, I was like, imagine, I understand. So we looked for a house. I found a house worth 6,500. That time, guys, 6,500 was lots of money. I could not even afford it. But anyway, let's not, before we get to there, I could not afford it. Let's first talk about this. So we found a house, the same Kahawa and Dani. We found a house worth 6,500. And so after that, I don't know where I got the money from. I remember I got some Kidogo money. No, I did Juliani's music video. I'm going to attach it somewhere here, like Juliani's music video. I did that one and we got paid like, I think 15K. So that money helped me so much. I got like a bed and I got a mattress. I got a bed and a mattress. And I got some sahanis and sufurias and some spoons. I didn't get much, just got a bed and a mattress. And I still had like the duvet my guardian had bought for me when I was going to campus. I still had my blankets. I didn't even have a pillow, guys. Oh my god, I didn't even have a pillow. But I got myself a bed. I think the bed was like 7,000. A mattress ilikuwa 2,300. I'm telling you guys, that mattress ilinitesa. Hey, Vanilla can tell you. That mattress was bad. Oh my god, I used to sleep lakini nikiamka my ribs are zinauma, because the mattress is so thin. Like, oh my god. Anyway, we thank God for that time. So I got the mattress, I got the bed, and I got a few plates, I think I remember buying plates. I remember, Vanilla can tell you, I remember buying plates, spoons, sufurias, and kichungi, and telling you guys it costed me 1,000 bob. We got some funny plates, like they were just, they're not funny because I know someone is still using them until today, but they were like two plates, zingine za plastic. I think one was like 30 bob. Then we bought like spoons at 20 bob. Then sufurias usually like cost 600. And then I don't know kichungi, then I don't know what. We just bought a few three things. And a karak, a kavyombo rack, that was I think maybe 200 or something. So I started my life there, and I was living like, at that time my mother got angry at me. She was like, where did you leave home? Come stay with your guardian. So my mother was abroad at that time. So she was like, live with your guardian. I was like, I can't live with my guardian. I feel like the need to stay alone and to start my life and to push myself to do better and to live better, you know. And so my mother got angry at me. At some point, she even blocked me. You know, I understand. Guys, let me tell you, sometimes parents don't do this because they hate us. Anashanga, nyumbani, you are getting everything. Why are you going to suffer and live life that you can't even afford at such a young age? Why are you doing this? You know, and I just had to convince my mom that, you know what, this is what I want to do and I'm going to do it. And I remember one time, right before I moved out of my guardian's house, I remember my friend telling me, take the leap of faith and move out. The moment you move out, God will make sure that you never sleep hungry. God will make sure that you will never suffer. God works like that. The moment you take the leap of faith, the moment you show God, manzeni aje, I'm moving forward, imagine God will actually always provide for you. And so that's the leap of faith that I took. And so when I moved out and started my small life, after a few weeks, my mom called me. And I actually, the landlord I found, let me tell you guys, oh, God is so good. The landlord I found, remember I only have 15,000. Bella Numa, I don't have any other thing. So when I bought the bed and the mattress, I remained, I think, with like 5,500 or something. Yeah, so the 5,500, I don't know who gave me 1,000 bob. I gave the landlord first 6,500. You know when you're moving out, you have to pay for the rent and the deposit. I didn't pay for the deposit immediately. The landlord was like, it's okay, just move in. You'll pay the deposit later on as we continue. So at that point, I'm still doing like small gigs. I'm doing some videos. I'm doing I think that's when I joined Anti-Boss. My job at Suna Johnny Ishad, so I had to now go and do Anti-Boss. Anti-Boss, the pay wasn't like the best at a lot, and then when you're paid daily, it's actually not really good because you think you have the money, you like sintalipwa kesho, so by end month nakuwa nado, by the end month unapatanga hata una kitu. So but I used to save up. So at that point I'm doing small. I wasn't doing like really good, but God is faithful. My mother called me. When she called me, she asked me, I remember my mother called me and she asked me, Brenda, unakulanga nini? What do you even eat? And I was like, Mom, I just survive. You know, sometimes I just kula mayai and I'm okay. I just buy unga and I buy skuma and I'm okay. Actually, oh my God, I'm lying. Because let me tell you, I could not buy skuma, I could not pick up ugali because I don't have a gas cooker yet. Remember, my house only has... Actually, I remember, oh my God, hold up. Before I even bought the sufurias and everything, it was not the first time. Because I remember when I moved to that house, the only thing I had was a kikombe ya yogurt, na another tumbler, kubwa, the clear one. That's the only thing I had. Oh my God, I just remembered. When I moved into that house, I didn't even have vyombos. I didn't buy vyombos immediately. I think I bought them later on. My mother now is the one who sent me money to buy these vyombos. Later on now. This time now she calls me. Also, she asked me, so we used to kula... There's a place we used to go with Vanilla, and we would meet like after I come from school and she comes from like her household, and we would go and eat. Sometimes I don't have the money. Sometimes she would even give me fare to go to school. Vanilla Manze, let me tell you, I would like to call your name out loud out here, but I don't want to. I don't know why I don't want to, but I would call your name out. But I want to just say thank you to you in this video. I know you're going to watch this video. Just want to say thank you. Man, times when I could not even... I don't even know what I can say about life. I don't know what I can say about life without mentioning you in part of my journey. So she was like, oh, babe, uko wapi? Nikamwambia ndio natoka shule, ananiambia pitia hapa tukule bajia. Sometimes she has 100 bob. We just kula bajia za 50-50. We go sleep at my house or we go sleep at her house sometimes. Then sometimes we used to go and... There's a place we used to... I don't even know if you remember, we used to go and eat mbosho and chapo. She used to love ndengu and chapati. Me, I used to love mbosho and chapati. Okay, guys, ndengu is what? Green grams. Mbosho is beans. So I used to eat chapati beans, and she used to eat chapati green grams. So, and it was, mine was 60 bob, hers was 50. So we used to have like 110 because we can't cook. Sometimes she would be like, babe, come pitia tu kwangu kutoka shule, nimepika. I go to her house, I eat. Manze, nasikia kusema tu jina aki Beth. Let me just say her name is Beth. Maze Beth, thank you for everything. Thank you, Beth. Wa. So she would tell me, ukitoka shule pitia tu cause nimepika. You find amepika ugali na skuma, tunakula na avocado, and we just used to survive. When she has money, we go out. When I have some kidogo money, we go out with jibamba. We used to, let me tell you something about me and Beth. Drop the vanilla name. Her name is Beth. Let me tell you something about me and Beth. Despite going through those hard times, we used to actually laugh about it. As in, we used to encourage each other. Tulikuwa na menaki, babe, siku moja tutakuwa tunaishi life poa. So moving on swiftly, I survived throughout, I think, 1 month and something. So unfortunately now, Beth's cousin got married. Now she had to go and live with her husband. So Beth could not afford the house for herself. Let me just be honest, Beth, I hope this is not offensive, but at that point she could not afford to pay for that the house that they were living in alone. So by default, I'm the best friend. So she was like, babe, let's just like move in together. I come to your pickup place because my house was either way empty. So she said, just come through, then we can be cost sharing. I was like, Sawa, that's even easier on my side and even easier on her side, because imagine 6,500 divided by 2, that's like that's 200 or something. So that's even easier for me. It's easier even for her, because I think that house they were living in was a bit higher, so that became easier. Oh, now let me move back kidogo. My mother now called me. She asked me, Brenda, unakulanga nini? Let's all mom imagine I survive. So my mom told me, kona gas. She video called me. She was like, just show me your house. My mama, I'm sure, mom, you know you're gonna watch this video. You always watch all my videos. Thank you for the support, mom. My mother, I think, aliumwa sana kuona my house only has my bed and suitcase yangu. It had nothing else, guys. My house had nothing else. Na sasa I think karai na ndo, the ones I used to use in campus when I was staying in the hostels. Because now I moved out, I think, when I was in the final year, or the beginning of the final year, something like that. I think so. So my mom saw my house and I think she was so hurt, and she sent me money. She sent me, I think, 5,000. We went with Beth, we bought a cooker. Like, not a cooker, a meko, like meko, yeah, pro gas. We bought a meko. We bought your cooker, a meko, and sasa hiyo siku ndo tukabaigi sufuria na nini. Beth also came through with some of the things that she had. Alikuwa ametoa kwa the previous house. Alikuja na tank ile kubwa ya kuweka maji, because we didn't like have ati maji ina flow all through. So she came with a tank. Alikuja na karai zingine. She came with pegs. She came with her bed. She came with a few things. I can't say. Yeah, she came with curtains, because me, I used to tumia shuka. Oh my God. God is good. Because my dirisha zangu nilikuwa nimeweka bed sheet. Moja nilikuwa nimeweka bed sheet, hii side nyingine nilikuwa, it was a bed sitter, ilikuwa na choo, na ilikuwa na kachoo hapo, like, yeah. So dirisha moja ilikuwa imewekwa leso, nyingine nilikuwa nimeweka leso, both dirishas nilikuwa nimeweka leso. So Beth came, alikuwa na extra bed sheets, tukaweka sasa bed sheet na bed sheet ile side nyingine. Wow. So we started surviving with Beth. Luckily, at some point, Beth got a job, an online writing job. So she used to earn kidogo money. When I go for gigs, I would come back with kidogo money. We would, at the end of the month, we would changa. Then we do some shopping for the house. We pay for the rent, nini. And so we survived. Nakumbuka nakwambia kama ugali na sukuma zinamianga kwa tumbo, zingekuwa zilimia kwa tumbo yangu na Beth. Ugali, sukuma na avocado. I'm telling you guys, we ate that. Yani that was our staple food. Almost every day. Almost every day. Tungepata kamia hivi, tunanunua kanyama kaso, tunasema, hey, at least leo tuko na kanyama. And so we survived, guys. I could say we survived. Now that time, Beth would even give me fare to go to school, because sometimes I don't have anything. Ananipatia tutu, so yani Beth would just give me 200, tell me, weenda shule. Because I'm even missing classes sometimes because I don't have the fare to go to school. I would take a matatu from Kahawa Wendani to Githurai, 10 bob. Then from Githurai to town, it used to be 30 bob. Then now from town, alafu nanieka BS uzuri. Then Mazda South B is nakuanga BS. So just go take a mat from town to South B. It used to be, I think, 60 bob. so that by default unaso imeisha. Nikifika shule, I would actually, I remember, I could say I had a few friends who would really come through. People who didn't even know what I was going through, because now shule, mi nika celeb, niko kwa TV, but people don't know what I'm actually going through. I think I had a few friends who would come through. I could even say thank you to people like Kina. I'm just gonna mention them here. Kina Grace, Kina Njoki, Kina Ann, Kamami. I don't, if I'm not mentioning you, please don't be mad. I'm just like giving thanks to you people. Like, thank you so much for being there, because they would, I think Mami knew what I was going through, but she really didn't know kabisa, but she kind of knew. And she would actually share her food with me. Sometimes she would even tell me. I remember Kina Agnes Ongoko, they used to buy me ngumu without even knowing what I'm going through. And we would survive. Lunchtime, I would go eat with Kina, because I've paid for lunch here, shule, but I had not paid for dinner. No, we had paid for dinner. I think because I was an evening student, you would get dinner, and no, you wouldn't get dinner. No, actually, I think you wouldn't get. I can't remember well, but I would actually eat food from school at lunchtime, so I was actually surviving. So, and as you only the same procedure. And I remember I could even thank people like Peter Kamau, the one and only Peter Kamau Biko. He was my classmate in campus, so we would be going home together like Jioni. Then he would actually pay for my fare, yeah, mat kutoka Southern mpaka Tao. So kutoka Tao mpaka Kahawendani used to be 60 bob or 50 bob. And then we used to have this guy, his name is Kidero. If you go to Kahawendani, you know Kidero, anajazanga mat za Kahawendani. He used to love me and Beth so much. Imagine sometimes we would even go home for free, as in hiyo mat hatulipi. So sometimes tukiwa Tao na Beth tunangoja mpaka mat ya mwisho yenye Kidero anataka nayo home. Joko za kituo na atalipa hiyo mat. As in, guys, we used to find tactics to survive. Let me even give you a funny part about this whole story. Sometimes we would ngara and we go to town. Tumetoka home, hatuna do ya kwenda Tao, hatuna do ya pombe ya Tao. We used to love a club called Avenida. Sana. We used to love Avenida. So we would eat ugali. Tunapika ugali yetu na skuma na avocado. Tunatuanga hiyo chakula kwa nyumba. Then tuko na fare ya kwenda Tao na kutoka Tao kurudi home after dunda. Tunangara, babe. My honey, tunangara, tunakuwa smart. Tunaenda kwa club. Tunaketi chini. Beautiful girls, we start dancing. Guys, people used to buy us alcohol. I think we used to go home drunk than everybody else. So we would dance in that club. Guys would buy us alcohol. We just dance in the whole of Avenida, and then we go home at like 5 a.m. in the morning. We only have 100 bob. Na hiyo ni fare ya asubuhi. So we just get home. Ama tuko na katu. So tunafika pale Kahandani pale kwa bridge, cause tuko na hills. Tunachukua nduthi mpaka kwa hao. And we used to survive. Mpaka tunamka asubuhi tunaulizana, babe, tulifikaje home? We don't even remember. And so we survived, guys. I could say we survived that whole period. Now let me tell you now the saddest part that ever happened. Something I never thought would ever happen in my life. It got to a place, Beth had a job, sina job, tukafungiwa hao. So imagine 6,500 imetushinda. No, actually, landlord alikuwa ametuongezea do, akaanza kusema sijui watu akishia ili lazima tuongeze. So rent ikakuwa 8,000 badala ya 6,500. So we used to toa kila mtu 4,000. And then now imagine tuko na gas ya kurefill, kuna shopping, so we didn't have that money. That time now I've gone back to the church. I was now already serving in the church. I had joined the prayer team in church. Even Beth had come with me to church. We were going to church. So we used to pray, and I remember it got to a place, I think our rent deadline was 5th or 7th, I don't remember. Then it got to around, I think, 12th. And we didn't have a choice. We don't have a choice. We are trying to even ask for friends. Friends don't have money. Then it got to 18th, and we knew Harper, by default, we won't pass this date. So I remember that morning, I don't know where I was going. I don't know where I was going, either to school or I don't know. I remember we sat down on my bed, and we held hands and we prayed. Whether I don't know if you remember that day. Aki, it was so emotional. I remember we prayed and we told God hatuna uwezo. Hata wewe God unajua. Mbele nyuma hatuna. As in, tungekuwa nayo, tungekuwa tumesort rent. But we didn't have anything. I remember we sat, we held hands. I prayed and we cried. Beth prayed, we cried. We prayed for our families. We prayed for our friends. We prayed for our future. We told God, one day, God, we will testify. So, yeah, so we prayed that day, and then I left, and Beth left. I think she was going somewhere, and also going somewhere. So Gioni, when I wanted now to come back home, I called her. I was like, "Hey, babe, niaje uko?" She was like, she laughed. Actually, I remember she laughed because after we prayed, we got like some sense of assurance that God was still with us despite the hard times. I remember Beth alishika simu akacheka, and I asked her, "Babe, unacheka?" Kaniambia uko. I think actually she's the one who called me. Akaniza, "Babe, uko?" Nikamwambia, "Ndio nataka kuja home." Akaniambia, "Home gani?" Nikamwambia, "What do you mean?" Akaniambia, "Kufurisha." That means like 2 padlocks. She was like, 2 padlocks? Yetu na ya landlord, nyumba imefungwa. Oh my God. Imagine we laughed. So she went to sleep at her aunt's. I think I slept at her friend's that time. So the following day I went to the house because I had to pick a few clothes because it was just random. I went to pick a few clothes I asked my landlord to actually open for me. I pick a few clothes. Guys, that mama chased me like a dog. Hey. She chased me like a dog. Like a rat on the highway. Hey, guys. She was like, it was so bad. Remember, I had I think I had a boyfriend that time. I don't know which boyfriend that was. The church one. You guys remember the church boyfriend? That one? The psycho one? That one. I held on to him and I cried. I was like, God, you know what? It is well. So I got to a place. Now I'm even trying to sleep in hostels because, you know, hatuna choice. I'm asking Beth, umepata yako? At some point, actually, I think Beth got her money. No, she didn't get it. That time she didn't get it. So at that point, I had to open up to my churchmates, my prayer partners. I texted them in the group. I told them, "Hi, churchmates. To be very honest, my house has been locked. I don't know where to go. I've been sleeping at friends' houses. We have nothing." So now they start saying, "Oh, yes, be strong. God is with you." Then one of them, I think the leader, then Pastor Benji asked them in the group, "God is with her, but how are we going to help her? How much is your rent?" I told them 8,000. Do you have shopping? No. Do you have no? No? Guys, these people sent me money. They sent me rent. One sent me rent money. One sent me shopping money. One said they're gonna refill my gas. One said they said they're gonna do what? Actually, I think that day we got around 15,000. I remember I was sleeping in my friend's hostel because I was just in there, like in her room, and I remember calling Beth, crying. I told her, babe, tukutane home. And zaninini, babe, good news. God is so good, babe. Tukutane home. So we went home, we paid for the rent. The landlord akatufungulia, tukachotelea maji. We did shopping, we refilled the gas. That day kwanza we kula daka nyama. I remember we bought nyama ya 200. Beth sika unakumbuka. We bought nyama ya 200 that day. And then we bought nyama ya 200 that day. And then yeah, that day we were so happy. Aki mpaka tukashikana tukaambia tu God asante. Aki God, thank you. Aki God asante, Aki Mungu. Aki, we were so happy that day. And so, of course, over time, certain things became better immediately, but with time, yeah. So let me tell you guys a funny part about this whole story of us surviving. So it got to a place, we were so broke, guys. With where I used to go to church, Mamlaka Hill Chapel, they have those cell groups. They're called cell groups, yes. What are they called? Real groups. For Mamlaka, they're called real groups. So we used to go to a place in Kahawendani, in Kahawasukari now, where we used to meet. Like we would meet. I think our church, our real group. Sorry guys, our real group. It's like I think we used to meet on Saturdays. Was it Saturday or Wednesday? I don't know. I don't remember. So we used to know that when we go to that place in Kahawaskari, we would get dinner because they would cook. And that day we didn't have money. I think tulikuwa na 30 bob mbele nyuma. I think we had 30 bob in front, behind. That moment I remember Beth went akanunua ngumu na akanunua majani. No, hata tulikuwa na majani kwa I don't know. So Beth alibuy mandazi na tungumu. She came, we made strong tea. That's the only thing we had eaten. Then we remember today ni siku ya real group. We were like, wow. At least tuko na sapa. Imagine, guys. So from where we used to live, we would walk na to Kahawaskari stage, then we take a kamata to 25 bob, we go to now the real group house. But that day hatuna anything, tumekula that bob tulikuwa nayo. hatuna hiyo pesa ya 25 bob ya kamat. I don't know which mat charges people 25 bob, but those ones they do. So imagine we walked, and the place we are walking, guys, oh my god, we were supposed to get to real group at 7. We left home at 4. Tukaoga sisi yao, tukavaa tunguo, tukaanza kutembea from 5. We walked, guys. It was a journey. I think we walked for like 1.5 hours. We walked, so it was a long journey. We walked for so long, and I remember we were walking, looking at those beautiful houses of Kahawaskari. If you've been to Kahawaskari, you know those people have built their houses. Those houses are nice. Watu wamejenga manyumba supu kubwa kubwa, mansion nini. We used to look at them and say like, "Hey, baby, mimi nataka kama ile. Baby, na ile nakapo." Now tuna encourage. But then we were not even crying at we are sad ati sasa tuko broke, ati tunasikia vibaya. No, kwa like sisi tunajua tuko tunaenda kula sapa, sisi tuko sawa. Tunajua at least leo tuko na sapa, God will fight for us tomorrow. Because I remember Beth constantly used to tell me, babe, even the Bible says, I remember, this is one verse that I knew through Beth, and I'll never forget it. She used to quote that verse that says, don't worry about tomorrow, worry about today. Yeah, kesho itajileta tu. Don't cry about tomorrow. Tomorrow will cry for itself. Worry about today. And that was what kept us going. The fact that we knew today, leo tuko na kukula. Kesho Mungu anatupigania. We don't know what to talk about. Kesho Mungu anatupigania. And one way or the other, tomorrow we would have something to eat. So that day we walked and we walked and we walked. We were just looking at those beautiful houses. Now, by the time tunafika real group, my God, vumbi tulikuwa nayo kwa miguu. Kitengela kando. Tulikuwa na vumbi kwa miguu. So I remember we got there, tukajiwipe miguu, we got to the real group, we just sat. That lady, she used to be very nice, and I think of course she's still very nice. I also want to pass my thanks so much to Mr. and Mrs. Karaoke. Aki, those people are so nice to us. So, and then luckily, guys, after the real group, because it used to end at 10 p.m., there was a guy who used to live at Kahawaskari, so he used to drop us at Kahawa and Dani. So we had means za kurudi home. God is good. Yeah, so we got there. She would give us snacks before the real group starts, before everyone comes. Tunapewa popcorns, biscuit, upon a chai, nini, juice. We ate. Then after the real group, let me tell you, this one is honest. Me and Beth, no, tulikuwa na real group itashasa gapi tukule. Because Beth anawhisper ananiambia, ama alafu ikwele hawajapika. Na vile tumetembea. So after the real group, we ate. One thing tulikuwa nakula, alafu tunasaidia kuosha vyombo. So tukaosha tu vyombo, tukasaidia ku clean nini. Then now we went home and so on and so on. And I can tell you guys, that phase of our lives, we really survived. And now Beth got a writing job, which used to pay her well. Then unfortunately, around now the following year, the year now that I graduated, my aunt had gotten a baby. Then my shosho had cancer. So shosho became a bit sick. So I had to go now home and stay with my aunt because she had a baby, and also take care of shosho because now she was a bit sick. So by default, I had now to go back home. And that's how me and Beth actually separated. So to separate, I left a few things in the house. I actually picked them later now after the graduation. Now when I moved in on my own now after graduating. So that's when I went back home now to my guardians. I could help with where I can. And in August that year, I graduated. And when I graduated, I had just gotten... Actually, that year is when Pleasant Kingston blew up. That's the year Pleasant Kingston blew up. And when it blew up, now I could get endorsements. I started now getting nice endorsements. I started getting now good money and everything. And so that year, August, I graduated immediately. I moved out. I went to live in Roaka. After that, the endorsements came through. I was doing a good job. And I actually moved. I remember I moved into a house, 7,000 shillings per month. Then 1 month later, the money was good. So I actually moved into a 17,000 one-bedroom house, still in Roaka. And remember that day when I was moving to that house, it was just a big leap of faith. Because I remember I told God, nimetoka haya 7,000, nengia haya 17,000. I was like, God, I don't know if this money is going to be permanently here. But I told God one thing: when I move forward, I'll never go backwards. And let me tell you guys, there are powerful things that we say about our lives that actually are a blessing. And I'm telling you guys, the power of the tongue is so powerful, as in it's so strong. I told God nikiingia kwa hiyo nyumba ya 17,000, Sitairudi bed sitter. Nimeingia 1 bedroom. Sitairudi bed sitter. The next one naenda itakuwa 2 bedroom. And then 3 bed. And then nijenge. And then I told God, me God nikimove. Nikiingia kwa hii nyumba. Wewe ndo unanisurvivisha. I remember I called Percy, a friend of mine, Percy, Pastor Lopez. I called Pastor Lopez. I told him, Percy, I want to move to a big house. Percy told me, take the leap of faith. Take the leap of faith. I moved into that house. Bila anything, guys. Curtains zangu bado ni maleso. Nikitenda tu niko nayo, na kakuka, na kameko, na tuvyombo tunye nimenunua tulikuwa tunashinazo na Beth. Na sijui na nini ingine, na sijui na nini ingine. I didn't even have a seat. My sitting room was empty as, you know. So after some time, I remember God came through. I bought a sofa. I bought a carpet. I bought a table. I bought a few things. My house ikaanza kujaja nini. I bought some. Nikaenda Ruaka mahali kuna kwanga. Ruaka just before Quickmart. There's a kamteremko that's there. I got to that place. I bought curtains. Use a 400s at 200s za 150. Nikaanza kuweka curtains kwa nyumba yangu. Curtains kama 1 million ziko na colors zinaka rainbow. Okay, LGBTQ guys, you're my people. I didn't mean to do that. But I'm just saying, like, there were so many colors. E kona green, e ni blue, e ni yet, I don't know. But I lived a good life. In that place, I lived a good life. Until now, of course. Now, if, you guys now know the story from there is when now that guy from church, now whatever did happen and everything. Anyway, the story is not about that. The story is about showing you guys that God actually works things out. And today, where I'm living right now, I don't know if guys, I will never do a tour of my house, but I probably will, but not now. But I can tell you guys where I am right now is somewhere I never thought I would be. That time tukiwa na Beth kahawa tukula ugali yetu na sukuma na avocado, not knowing what tomorrow holds for us. These are things, guys, that I can tell you guys. Where I am right now is somewhere I never thought I would ever be. Ni place sikuwahi fikiria nitawahi ishi. As in, naingia kwa nyumba yangu saa zingine and I just feel like I want to piga magoti pale kwa mlango and ask God, how am I even living this life? How am I doing what I'm doing? And I look at photos of myself then and I look at my photos of myself now and I'm like, wow, the glow up is real because manze God, do a lot for me, manze, unaona. Like, if I can wear this hair that's worth like 20,000, and that time tulikuwa mpaka tunaweka tu tulikuwa tunapaka tu gel tunashika band juu cause hauna hata anything, tunashika tu na uzi na kamba ya viatu because we don't have. I'm not saying people who do that poor, but I'm just saying that time we didn't even have money to braid our hair because the life was so hard. Ni nywele mtashuka kwanza manikula mtakula. Ni nywele mtashuka, you know, priorities, you know. And I can tell you guys, Beth's mom used to pray for us. My mom used to pray for us. We used to even, like, sometimes, you know, just do what we can to survive. And I can tell you God is faithful. So the story of today is to tell you guys that I know Christmas is not all that for everybody. Sometimes, wengine wetu nilianza kusema hivyo, wengine wetu atu celebrate the best way. Currently, my mom akona COVID and it's really hard at home because we're not even going to celebrate well because she's in isolation. And so I can tell you, I'm feeling really bad because I can't even go home. Because if I go home, I'm also getting COVID. And so I won't even celebrate with my family this year because of that. And that's not really a good thing for me. And I know most of you guys are going through a lot. It's not all merry as people are showing it on Instagram, on Twitter, it's not all that for everyone. Some of us are really going through a lot. I see your DMs, guys, you guys DMing me, telling me the hard things that you guys are going through. And I just want to tell you guys that you're not alone in this. Let's just be hopeful because next year, a time like this, you will be somewhere that you never saw yourself this year. So you unaweza kuona go through, God, it's emotional. Unaweza kuona go through kitu sahi and you're asking yourself, God, mbona sahi sina job? God, mbona sahi mtoi wangu ana nguo za Christmas, watoto wengine anabai nguo za Christmas, mtoto wako ana hizo nguo. God, mbona sahi sijalipa rent? Mungu ataona sina gas. Mungu ataona sina anything. And next year, where you will be is somewhere that I'm very sure you're not seeing yourself right now. Because there's hope. I'm telling you guys, there's hope. Sometimes we don't see it. Sometimes things are so hard and we don't see hope for our lives. But I'm just here to encourage someone. There is hope, guys. There is hope, guys. Sasa kuwa umefungiwa how? Maybe hata penye huko. I don't know. I don't know what you're going through. But I just want to tell you there is hope. And if God did it for me, He can always do it for you. I'm just going to end this video here because it's getting really, really emotional. Ooh. Just have faith. Just have faith. Just have faith. Yeah, I may not tap into everyone's situation right now, but you're not alone. Be strong. It's gonna be okay. Yeah. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video on until this far. I really appreciate you. I really am grateful. Please don't leave without subscribing if you're new here. Thank you for my day one babies. I always love you and I appreciate you. Make sure you share this video with your friends, and when you share, make sure you tag me on the social media platforms. Please comment down below, like this video, put a thumbs up on this video, and you put your post notifications on, so every time I post a banger, you are notified. Thank you so much guys for watching. See you in the next video. Merry Christmas.